Continue our studies in Yacov, and we're looking at page 52 in the section of Berachot of Yacov, the wisdom of Betzalel. Rabbi Yochanan said that there are three things that the Holy One, blessed be He, himself proclaimed, namely famine, great prosperity, and appointment of a good leader for a community. A famine, as it says, God has decreed a famine. 2 Kings chapter 8, verse 1. Great prosperity, as it says, God says, I will summon the grain and make it abundant. Ezekiel 36, verse 29. A good leader, as it says, God spoke to Moses, saying, see, I have singled out by name Betzalel, the son of Uri. Exodus chapter 31, verse 1 and 2, to lead the Jewish people to build the tabernacle. Rabbi Yitzchak said, you are not allowed to appoint a leader of the community unless you first consult the community. As it says, see, God has singled out by the name Betzalel, the son of Uri. Exodus chapter 36, verse 30. Now, how did that happen? The Holy One, blessed be He, said, Moses, do you consider Betzalel to be suitable for this task? And he replied, Master of the universe, if you consider him suitable, then I surely consider him suitable. And said God to him, nevertheless, go and tell the people and see what they have to say. He went and asked Israel, do you consider Betzalel to be suitable? And they replied, if the Holy One, blessed be He, and you consider him suitable, then surely we consider him suitable. Rabbi Shmuel ben Nachmani said, in the name of Rabbi Yonatan, the name Betzalel was given to him to indicate that he would be a person of great wisdom. How did his wisdom become evident? When the Holy One, blessed be He, said to Moses, go and tell Betzalel to make a tabernacle and ark. And tell Betzalel to make a tabernacle and ark and vessels in that order, first the building, then its content. Exodus chapter 31, verse 7. And Moses reversed the order and said to Betzalel, make an ark, vessels, and tabernacle, and the ark first, and the tabernacle. And Betzalel said to him, Moses, our teacher, as a rule, the person first builds a house, then he brings the content into it, but you say make an ark, a vessel, and a tabernacle. Where shall I put the vessel that you're telling me to make? Make the Holy One, blessed be He, said to you, make a tabernacle, an ark, and vessel. And Moses replied, maybe you were in the shadow of the Almighty and you knew. Rabbi Yehuda said the name of Rav Betzalel knew how to combine the letters with which heaven and earth were created. In other words, he used the gematria, as the Torah is the blueprint of the universe. The heavens and the earth were created from the Torah, which consisted of words that are combinations of letters. And Betzalel knew how to combine these letters to create a tabernacle that would have the proper amount of kedusha, of holiness. How do we know that Betzalel knew this? Because when discussing the tabernacle, the Torah says, and God has filled Betzalel with a divine spirit of wisdom, of understanding, and knowledge. Exodus chapter 35, verse 31. By the way, the same aspect of being filled with the divine spirit is also that which is mentioned in Yeshayah regarding the Mashiach. And another verse says, God founded the world by wisdom, and He established the heavens by understanding. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 19. It also says, by His knowledge He split the deep waters in order to make the room for the earth. Verse 20 of Proverbs or Mishle, chapter 3. Thus we see that wisdom, understanding, knowledge were used to create the world. And Betzalel needed all of these in order to build the tabernacle. Rabbi Yochanan said that the Holy One, blessed be He, gives wisdom only to a person who already has wisdom. For it says He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding. Daniel chapter 2, verse 21. Rabbi Takalifa from Eretz Israel heard this and repeated it before Rabbi Abahu. He said to him, you learned it from there, but we learn it from this verse. I have placed wisdom in the heart of every wise-hearted person. Exodus chapter 31, verse 6. And here we conclude this portion of Ein Yacov, where we see the wisdom of Betzalel derives from the very heart, his very center, his very essence, in which he had already wisdom, but was now used and imbued by Hashem in order to create the vessels, the house of Hashem. Have a wonderful week, and Shalom Aleichem.